I just want to welcome all you listeners for this final interview with Timo. We've been looking at general solution and how to start these kind of questions. Tim's been so gracious to join us. No, thanks, Chris. And if you don't mind, my buddy, I think I'd like to just dive straight in with these kind of questions. So is that cool? No, that's cool. So what I'm doing in this video is I'm just going to teach you how to start general solutions. I'm not too stressed about the rest of it. I know there's other videos that we've made, and you can check those out. But for now, let's just dive straight into this. So what you got here is you got a question that looks a little bit tempting. You might want to cancel cos here, not cool. You might want to cancel the word cos and the word x and leave with 2, not cool either. You got to get in the zone. You got to put in the time there. And so what you got is cos 2x. You got a couple of options. It's a double angle. And so what you do is you do something like this. You say, hey, what expansion could it be? There's so many options in the world where you could go. And so I look and see, hey, there's cos and sines. Maybe I should just choose the option that has cos and sine. And so that's what I've done there. I've just clapped it with that one. Really, really wise choice on all of our part, but I mean, doing it together. And what that makes me think when I see the squares is difference of squares. And so let's just leave this oat to marinate like a great steak on the side there. It's going to taste better later. And so cos plus sine, that's the difference of squares, and that will make cos minus sine. So that's really pretty solid, and it's a great way to start a question like this. So it's a bit bossies at the moment, but don't stress about that at all. You're going to chow this one. You're going to chow. And so you've got the same bracket here, so we're just going to cancel this bracket, and all that I find that I'm really left with is just a cos, which I'm going to times by this cos, and that's cos squared. Cos times minus sine is minus sine cos, so that's one way to live your life, and you got a half. Don't really like fractions personally, Chris, so I'm going to times everything by 2. It's just not a way it's not a way that I live my life choices. And so I've taken the 2 up to everything, and what I'm noticing here, Chris, it's a really interesting thing. This is like a proper beast. A beast question and a beast step. You've got to match one with the other. So we're going to make some big gains here. Just watch this one there. So I'm going to take the 1 across you, and I'm going to take this whole term across, and you might, or your listeners might be saying, like, what the heck? What's Timo doing? Timo is thinking ahead. And so Timo is thinking 2 cos squared minus 1. That's just cos 2x, and 2 sine cos is just sine 2x. And so just like that, what you've done is you can divide both by cos, and when you divide both by cos 2x, you are living in the land of 1, and sine over cos is tan, and just like that, you're back to normal. Tick the quadrants where tan is positive, shift tan 1 to get the reference angle, and Bob's your uncle. So let me just dive straight in, Chris, with the next one, and I reckon we'll finish up with this one for your listeners for today. And then, as always, a bit of life advice. So again, same kind of question, Chris. I noticed that there's a double angle, and so I don't know which one to choose. I find myself with the same issues every time, but by doing so many reps in so many sets, you start to see patterns there, and that's the most important thing for your listeners. Just reps, buddy, reps. And so I'm going to change it to the option that's 1 minus sine squared, because I see that everything else in this question's got sines written all over it. And so when I've done that, I'm basically good to go, just to unleash the beast. And so sine squared, that leaves me with 2 sine squareds. This is just the only sine theta vibe that's happening, and that's minus 3. What does Timo do when you're feeling a bit stuck? F-bomb it with the factorize. So we're going to just factorize this little one. And got it again. I put in the hard yards to bulk up, and And I've done these questions since I was younger, so I know how to factorize. So you saw there, that was just, that was quick stuff. And straight to the answer there, so it's just going to be minus a half or sinus 3. Now, just something interesting about this one, Chris. If you ever get bigger than 1 or smaller than minus 1, it's a lekker one because it can't actually work out. It's quite cool. It's quite legit there. So what you do is you try to shift sign 3 and it doesn't work. It's just clean. And that's great. Makes life so much easier. This one, just a really quick one. You're going to take the quadrant so sign is negative, and so that would be the bottom 2, and then you're going to shift sign half. You can get your little reference angle, and again, you're good to go. And then, Chris, just a bit of life advice for your listeners. I hear a lot of teenagers saying, "Oh, why do I need maths? Why do I need maths? This is so stupid. I'm never going to use X and Y." And firstly, I want to say, not cool, buddy. Not cool. The second thing is, you could take me, a guy like Timo. I didn't think I was going to use maths, and every day I'm counting reps and sets. I'm counting my carbs, counting my calories, my bank balance. I've got to pay my rent. Go to the shops, work out what things cost. And a cold plunge, I've got to check what the temperature's doing in the sea. It's all about numbers, boo. It's all about numbers. And if it's not about numbers, it's about thinking. It's about thinking, how could I be solving problems? That's all I'm doing with maths all day long, solving problems. And you say, Timo, in the real world, where am I going to use maths? I'm solving problems. And just like the reps and sets, I've just exercised that muscle stuckend. And so I've exercised my problem-solving muscle stuckend. So when things come my way, I have no problems in the real world. That's why I need maths. I hope that helps you. Chris, you and your listeners. I hope you check out all the other videos. You like this one and you subscribe to this hectic beast channel. Cheers my chommies, cheers my britchies.